Come on, bringing that light. There we go. Welcome back. Another topic, another day. Hector's point of view. Now let's talk about what am I going to talk about today? Oh yes, the stock market. Okay. Disclaimer: I'm new to the shit. Well, I'm not new to the shit. I've been in stocks for a couple years, but not really nothing serious. Like nothing over like maybe $500. Nothing crazy. You know, I really didn't dabble in that shit. Why? Because I didn't have the money to, basically. But yeah, I just want to give you tips from a beginner. I am a beginner, you know, shit. I'm still learning shit, you know. I still read, I'm knowledgeable, all that shit. Well, I'm a student, you know. I like to learn how to do shit. I like to learn about other incomes or just other revenue streams of income I can basically get without me having to do too much or just me knowing shit, you know. So again, during this pandemic, I got really big on stocks, you know. I got really big on Robinhood, shit like that, you know. And it's simple, you know. To me, I know people like the complexity of it is a little hard, you know, at the end, the back end. But really, just to get started, honestly, like I'm just gonna give you a couple tips. Rule number one is only only invest the money you are okay with losing, just in case. That's it. I would never tell you put your last in the stock market. Never, never, never. Unless you know for sure that shit is gonna hit, never in your life put all your money in the stock market. Again, that's just what I've learned, and that's what I kind of do. It's like money in there is just money that you extra with. It's like money saved up, where it's like, okay, well, let me play with it in the stock market. Let me see what happens. Blah, blah, blah. You know? So tip number two is research. Of course, you know, I got lucky. So I got a couple of homies, you know. I got Samir, who helped me with puts and calls and all the other shit, which is options, which is what I really like and where like really the money is in. You know, first video I watched was on YouTube, free. Again, all this information is free. Beginners on how to train on Robinhood. Boom, number one, learn from him. Then my guy Chris, who I train, helped me with how to learn options and stocks, calls, all that. Same thing with Samir. I talked to him, and then I ended up running across Todd Capital. You know, eventually ended up buying his course, but it wasn't nothing that I already didn't know. It was just other, like, that little fine details that you really kind of pay attention to that kind of take it to the next level. So it was like the basics were cool, but it's like, how do I know really how to win and shit? There's nothing guaranteed in this shit. That's for sure. There's nothing guaranteed in stocks, but I did my research and I made sure I got information from the people that I felt that was credible, who I felt brought value. And again, half of them was my friends, half of them was my homies, and the other ones I looked on YouTube, and the other one was I bought a course. And that was it. But I was already trading when I bought the course. I just wanted to know, and I even paid $50 to have a call with the man, just to be like, look, me and my homies are thinking about investing in this. What do you feel like it's gonna do? Yada yada. So number three is definitely research the company. That's the main one. Again, you can really like go crazy off a couple of stocks and just know. So I'm talking about more for options. Stocks is, to me, is simple. Again, I only really play with it because I knew the stock market dropped. Everybody knew that shit plunged when we went into Corona, the lowest of the lowest. So my first call and option I know we put, and the crazy thing is, when I was buying stocks, I didn't know too much about options. So I wish I would have bought options and calls at on stocks when everything was plummeting, so I could call it when it goes up. Calling is basically, I'm basically guessing the market is gonna go up. So basically, if I would have done that instead of buying stocks, I would have 100,000 fucking easily in the fucking bank off 1 or 2 months of fucking trading if I knew, because I didn't start buying stocks until I knew it was low as fuck. You know, me and Destiny gambled, and Destiny gave me $400 or $500 to buy a fucking stock of Tesla. Now that shit is up to 800. Now imagine if we made a call at 400 saying it was gonna go to 800 by what's today, May 9th, 10th. We would have fucking made, that would have been a $400. We would have made damn near 40, 100,000. I don't know, 40. It would have been a lot of fucking money. But again, we invested in stocks. So, you know, my first call I did was on Uber. That's at $14. And that shit shot up to $21, $22, and I made fucking a stack that quick. You know, but then on the other end, I've lost 1,000 on Zoom, thinking it was it was a 150, 160. No, it might have been like 165. I'm thinking it was gonna go. No, I don't know. It was 160, 170 something. It was going up. It was supposed to go up, but that shit dropped. It was 170, 180 maybe. Yeah, and that shit dropped to 130 in a matter of an hour and fucked me up, and I lost $1,000. So again, in the stock market, it's up and down, but research the company. You know you kind of look at is, okay, what's down. You know, a lot of stores, companies is down right now because people can't move in and out. But now the tech companies coming up. Zoom got really big because that's what people use for businesses, school, things like that. So Zoom went through the roof. Recently, we just went through the roof for Shopify. I put it on my page if you didn't see it. This man made $136,000 off 10 calls. Sure, he probably put in 10 to 20 G's, but look at the fucking return on investment this man made. You know, so it's crazy. People made, and some dude put $1.2 million on a Netflix call that he says it's gonna go up to $500 by, I think, June 19th or some shit like that. Ridiculous. Like, only play with money that you really gonna fucking can okay with losing if it loses. Like, you be like, all right, cool, you know, I'll make that back, no biggie. That's only the money you play with. I would never tell you never play with no money other than that. Okay, back to research. You read the company, you look at the earnings for the last 1 year, or 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, 1 year, and 5 years. Basically, just look at the trend of how the company's doing. And again, like they always tell you, only research stocks that you really, or only play with stocks and trade on stocks and do that stuff of what you kind of use or what you know for sure. Like, don't play with stocks that you don't know, because you don't know the volatility of it, if it's gonna go down, if it's gonna go low, shit like that. Yeah, which is extra shit. I had to learn what the fuck volatility even fucking meant in the stock market. You know, again, it's just research. All this shit is free, but research the company. So everybody kind of uses Nike. You know, Nike in this example. You know, if Nike was, when I think bought it, Nike was like 70 something. Let me look. Hold on, let me look real quick. When I got Nike, I bought it at $70, and Nike is at about 5 shares, and Nike is at $90, and I made $100. So again, the reason why, so it's just basically knowing Nike. Okay, Nike shutting down. I see Nike was going low. You know, China shut down, where their factories and shit, where everything is kind of made. You know, people aren't going to the Nike stores and shit. Everything was shut down. Of course, it was going to go down, but eventually this has to open up. You know, the Corona is not going to stay around forever. We're not going to be on quarantine forever. So again, you buy the stocks at low because you buy low, sell high. But again, if I did this on an options call, where if I bought it at $70, if I bought a $70 call to go up to $100, again, that going up $20, I could have made fucking shit 10, 20 G's easily off that shit. So again, what I heard perfectly and what I seen perfectly is, like, it takes thousands of dollars to make $100 on stocks. So stocks are really simple. You just buy it and you hope it goes up, and it is what it is. Boom, you could take it out. You know, the money that you actually take out does get, your gains get taxed totally. So if I made 10,000 and I lost 8,000, I'm only up 2,000. I'm only taxed on that $2,000. So again, they don't tax your losses, they only tax your gains. So again, it's tricky. But now that we know that we're in Corona and everything was so low, everything has to go back to normal. But now you have to look at what's normal. Like, if we look at Boeing, again, when Corona hit, let's see, March 17th or March 18th, it was down to $97, and now it's at 132. But this year high is 391. So you're hoping it goes to 391, or you can make a call on it, which means, hey, by this date, I think it's gonna go to 200, 300, blah, blah, blah. And again, like as I said, so it takes thousands of dollars to make hundreds of dollars in the stock market. But if you're doing options, calls, puts, and shit like that, it only takes a couple $100 to make thousands of dollars. You know, so I definitely would tell you, just research. People ask me, like, what's the thing? Just research, because again, you don't know what company's gonna hit. Shopify just went fucking crazy, and I'm just like, went up fucking what, $100 in a day, 2 days or some shit like that. Like, again, you really got to research the company and know what's gonna hit. We all know Netflix was gonna go up because everybody's at home downloading shit. We know Disney, but now Disney is not just Disney Plus. Okay, Disney has cruise lines that's not moving. Disney has shit, Disneyland that's not opening. Again, you have to think of everything Disney owns and if it's gonna go up, if it's gonna go down. So you have to really research the company. Number 4, the fucking media. Okay, let me tell you why I lost on my Zoom call, is because fucking Google, Facebook, some shit, said they were coming out with a video conference. That shit dropped just like that. Same thing with Tesla. Tesla was at 7 something, went all the way up to 840, which again, I wish I had $10,000 to play, because I knew it was gonna go, and I would have made $100,000 on that shit. Everybody knows Tesla's gonna go up. Okay, that's the car of the future. You know, everybody knows that once it's shut down, it's not moving. But now he's opening back up factories and all this other shit. So you know it's gonna go back up to 900. That's why Destiny bought it at 444, making $400 or $500 already off his call. But now, I mean, off his just regular stock. That was just regular stock. But if we did a call for it, boom, we would have made hella fucking money. It's ridiculous. But Yeah, so anyway, I'm kind of upset about the shit I should have fucking did and the information I would have had at the time. And I would have been set. I would have been fuck trading. Honestly, for like the next year, I'd be like, man, I'm chilling. Make 100,000. I'm cool. Fuck all that. So yeah. So what was I saying? Number 4, yeah, the media. Okay, so basically, yeah, Zoom was going crazy, and what happened was fucking Google, Facebook said it was coming out with a video conference call. That shit dropped $40. Same thing. Elon Musk said Tesla stock is too high. That shit went from fucking $815 or $830 back down to $736 or some shit. Like maybe lost $100. But again, you have to be weary of the media because they definitely damn near control the fucking stock market. Like dude who took all his stocks out of fucking airlines, oh, they're not gonna recover for years. That shit dropped like a motherfucker. But I got long calls that's basically by November, December, what's it called, is gonna go up. What I was gonna say? Delta and American Airlines are gonna go up by fucking December because I'm hoping shit opens up, people start to fly. So of course, more money generated, more money, boom. So again, the stock is gonna go sky high. So that's what I'm hoping on, praying on, and shit like that. So those are what 4 tips. 5 tips would be basically anxiety when you know you in the market, control your emotions. Cause I don't really. Get out my video.
I'm not in your video.
Hope that's why you walking like that.
Oh.
Your butt look a little bigger though.
Ow.
Anyway, yeah. Number 5 is it's hard to control your emotions in calls because you put money in and once you see shit drop, you get anxious and shit and be like, oh fuck, I need to take it out. But again, depending on how long your call is, you'll be more comfortable. What I learned from Samir and shit is like make longer calls. Again, even though they're more money, yeah, it's a better chance that you're actually gonna hit. And again, know when you want to get out. Know what price point you want to get out. If I'm putting $4,000 into some shit and it drops down to $2,000, okay, am I hoping it's gonna go back up to $4,000 and even more, or am I just gonna take my $2,000 and take that $2,000 loss? So again, it's definitely researching the companies, definitely getting the right information. I would definitely, if you're looking for a course, Todd Capital is definitely the one to go to. And hopefully you have friends in the stock market that can really help you, that people that really do the shit, and just read and educate yourself, find the trend lines in the market. That's what Ty had taught me when I had a video call with his ass, and shit, he helped me. He was ended up being right. I ended up losing money with a couple of my guys because I mean that was tough. We lost $3,000 or some shit, but again, we all split it, so it wasn't like we all lost $3,000 each. So it was a nice little $1,000, $100 to $750 that we all lost. Nothing crazy. It is what it is. We'll get that back. But again, it's just like I talked to him. He's like, man, we wanted to bet Netflix was gonna go to 500. I was looking at it like Netflix is too fucking high right now, and that's why he was like, you can straddle a call, which means I put a call in a put. I can say it's gonna go up to 500, but then I can say it's gonna drop down to 400. And this price was at like 430, 440, some shit around there. So again, but we put a call that said it was gonna go 500 in a short time. I'm like, I don't think that shit is gonna hit. But me and my guys was like, okay, cool. And Netflix ended up dropping. We ended up losing a call. It is what it is. But again, it's just like doing the research. That's my biggest thing. I can't preach that enough. Doing the research, getting the information. Definitely, Todd Capital is one of the best courses out there. Definitely hope you got friends. Samir, Chris. Who else? I put one of my guys, Mike, on, and me and him are in a Zoom call right now. For a Zoom 4 call. I hope it's gonna go up type shit. So yeah, you get your friends involved, but again, only play with money you're willing to lose. Other than that, don't touch that shit. And you can both put it in real estate or something else. But again, if you know what you're doing and you study it, motherfuckers making millions off the fucking stock market easily. And again, because they got money to play with and they might got a little insider trading. If you got that shit, then you in the game, but it's illegal, but still, hey. And if y'all got any tips, tricks, shit y'all want to help me with, I'm more than open-minded and open-eared to listen, because I can always use the help.